Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I am going to tell you how to style or how to design 5 types of back to top button using CSS, using simple CSS. You don't have to do anything, or it will be very easy. It's just a lines code, so it will be very easy to remember and to apply these on your website. So let's get started with the video. My name is Lavish Gulati and I am the founder of Duo Geeks and Duo Geeks Shop. So as you can see already on my screen, I am using a simple and elegant design for the back to top button over here at the right side of my screen. I'm not going to show you the design like this, but definitely I'm going to show you 5 designs that I have already created and published on my Duo Geeks Shop free buys. So if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter of Duo Geeks Shop, then definitely you can consider that as well, because I am publishing one layout or one free Divi free buys every week. So please consider subscribing, and let's go to the blog now and I will show you the code and everything, how the process works. Okay, if you can see that this is the preview, here are the 5 previews. If you can see the slider, this is 1 2 3 4 5. So if you want to see all 5 styles, you can just push this slider, and this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth, and this is the fifth one. So fifth one is simple black with the green background and the white icon, like as I showed you on my website, something like this. Okay, and the third one, which is yellow background and some border styling and the white icon. Now let's check out the second one. If you see the icon in the second style, in the normal state it will be a green color, and once you hover it will spin or it will rotate, and then it will show you a different color. So you can do this as well. Now let's go to the first one. This is simple gradient background with the white icon. Okay, now here are the steps. So step 1 is enable Divi back to top button from theme option. Okay, now you just have to go to the dashboard, and then go to the Divi theme options, and then you just have to enable this back to top button. So now here is my another backend. It's element.duogeeks.com. I use this for testing or for products, for the live demos. So now let's go to the Divi theme options, and then it should be general. Now let's go at the bottom, and here you will see back to top button. You just have to enable this. So now let's enable and then push this save changes button. Okay, now this is done. Now let's see how it looks like on the front end. Now let me open one layout or something that we can see how it looks like. Okay, now here is the Halloween layout. So, and if you see at the right bottom, it shows us the back to top button, and currently it looks like a normal and a default one that Divi gives us. It's a gray background with a white icon. Okay, now let's go to the back end and let's copy some code and test it how it works. Okay, now here's the style one. So let's copy the style one, and now let's paste it into our custom CSS tab. Now push the save changes, and now let's refresh the page and see how it looks like. So as you can see, once you hover over it, the state changes and it becomes bigger. Okay, in normal state it's smaller, and once you push it, once you go at the top, it disappears. Okay, now this is something it generally works. Okay, now this is the basic things that you can just copy the code from my blog, and definitely I will leave the link in the description of this video, so you can have this awesome article, and you can just copy the codes and paste in your custom Divi tab. Okay, now let me explain you how this works and how you can like edit this back to top button. So let me just delete this code, and then we will test it out. Okay, now refresh it. Okay, here if you can see at the right bottom, here is the back to top button. Let's right click on this and click on this inspect option. Now this will only show on Google Chrome, so make sure you guys having the Google Chrome on your PC or laptop, and then you just have to right click on this and then click on this inspect. Now here are the properties that we are seeing for this particular back to top, because at the right side if you see it says etpb scroll top and something blah blah blah. Okay, now if you want to select an item, for example, again this back to top button, you can do it from right here just by using this element. Okay, so this is inspect element, and let's click on this. Now this is showing the properties of this back to top button. Now here is the background that we can change, and here is the font size, here is the padding. So now let's change the background color. For example, if I want to use this yellow color, now this is the extension that I use for color to get the hex code. Okay, the name of this extension is color pick eyedropper, so you can just simply download in your Google Chrome. Okay, once you have copied the code, then you just have to click on this and let's delete and replace it with the hashtag key. Now if you see the background color is changed to yellow, and now let's style it something. Okay, so what we can do is we can give a margin at the right side to give some spacing at the right side. Okay, now let's click on over here and give some margin to the right, which can be maybe 20 pixels. So if you see, it's now it is now like having spacing at the right side. Okay, now let's keep it as it is. Now let's give the border radius. So if you see over here, there is no border radius, so let's give the border radius. Now if I choose the border radius as 20 pixel, now it will round the icon or round the back to top button. But if you don't want, you can just simply have the 10 or maybe whatever how much ever the radius you want in the back to top button. Okay, so now for now or there is one more option. If you want like at the top right it should be 5 pixels, and at the top left it should be 10 pixels, and vice versa for the bottom parts. So simply you can do it from here as well. You just have to write border top right radius. Okay, now you can just have it like this, maybe 20. Okay, now for the border bottom left radius, it should be 20 pixels as well. Okay, now this looks something like this. If you see, now I'm pretty sure this looks amazing, right? Now if you want to change the color at hover state, let me show you how you can do it. Okay, first you have to click on this colon HOV. Okay, now there is a hover state, so you just have to click on this. Now sometimes it won't show the hover state over here, so what you can do is that you just simply copy this whole code and paste it in your custom Divi, and then what you can do is that you simply can write over here after the class colon hover, and then you can change the background color. Okay, now what can be the background color? Okay, let's go with the black for now. Okay, so now at the hover state it will be black, and in normal it will be yellow. So now here is the code for normal state, which is yellow, and here is the code for hover state, which will be black. Now let's go over here and let's refresh the page and see how it looks like. Okay, now let's scroll down a bit. Now let's hover over it, and if you see, it turns to black. Okay, so now at normal state this is yellow, and once you hover it's black. This is very simple. You see, if you see, the CSS is very simple. You just have to right click on the element that you want to change, and then you just have to inspect over here, over in the Google Chrome, and simply you can change whatever you want, like the color, if you want you can put the animation over here as well. Now for that, let me show you how you can do it. So let's again right click on this, click on the inspect, And then now here let's give the transform, which gives us the option of like once we hover over it, rotate, or it can scale up, or it can grow, or it can go upside. Whatever you want, you can just do it from here. Okay, now transform. So for now I'm going to scale it, so let's put the scale and 1.5. now if you see the icon is now big. Okay, now let's just copy this thing. Okay, let's just copy and paste it in the and now let's paste it in the custom CSS. Okay, now let's save the changes and see how it looks like on the front end. So I have pasted the code only in hover state. If you see over here, this is the hover state and this is the normal. Let me delete all the bullshit and yeah, because we don't want all of these things. These are already coded in Divi. We just have to write the code that we want to, like we are editing. Okay, otherwise we don't want all of those stuff. So now let's refresh and see how it looks like. Okay, now let's hover over it. Yeah, if you see, it's now growing up, but like it is not having animation, or it is not having the smoothness. If you just hover over it, then it suddenly it becomes bigger. Okay, now let me show you how you can give the transition over here. So now transition should be 0.5 seconds, and it should be ease in, ease and ease out. Okay, so we have to put this in both cases, default and in hover state as well. So now let's check it out how it looks like now. Okay, now here is, if you see over here, now it turns black once we hover, and it gives the smoothness, it's give the hover state. Okay, let me show you what if you don't put this transition in the normal default. Okay, now let me show you. Once you hover over it, it gives you the animation, but once you remove your mouse from the element, then it will be like without the animation, and it will be very bad. Okay, so now let's see. Now this will gives the animation because we have, but now if you see the difference, right? Now this is it for this video, and I hope you learned something really cool and awesome. And if you get bored, then please hit the like button, and if you really enjoyed, then please subscribe to my channel, because on weekly basis I publish one video, and that can be a Divi layout, or it can be something related to style or CSS. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. Okay, again I'm repeating same sentence, so let's cut this thing, and take care, have a good day, see you soon, bye bye.